Okay, we're on the record. This is People versus Carlos Lorenzo Durham. Case number 2259974. Count one. Only count one. Police officer resisting and obstructing. This is a habitual offender fourth offense notice. And also case number 2258771. People versus Carlos Durham. Mr. Durham is charged on this case with count one, weapons, firearms, possession by felon. Count two, weapons, felony firearm. Count three, weapons, ammunition, possession by felon. Count four, weapons, felony firearm. Count five, carrying concealed. Count six, police officer assaulting, resisting, and obstructing. And this is a habitual offender fourth.
All right, guys, welcome back. Because today we're diving straight into one of the wildest court sagas happening inside Michigan's 36th District Courtroom. From the moment the virtual hearing begins, the tension is already thick, as the judge prepares to confront a defendant who thinks he can outsmart the system with ridiculous sovereign jargon. The case file is stacked with weapons charges, assault allegations, and enough courtroom drama to fill an entire season of legal chaos. But the real story isn't the charges alone. It's the collision between a courtroom grounded in law and a man floating somewhere far outside reality. As the judge reads through the laundry list of offenses, you can feel the frustration building. It's the kind of moment where the air in the room tightens, and you know things are about to get messy. The audience can already sense this hearing won't be ordinary. It won't be calm. It won't be rational. And that's exactly why we're here.
Today set for a bond redetermination hearing. Appearances.
Alexander Kirker on behalf of the people, P86282.
Good morning, Your Honor. Delisha Taylor Coleman, P56278 on behalf of Mr. Durham on both matters for bond redetermination.
And Mr. Durham, can you state your full name for the record, please?
Carlos Durham.
Yes, Your Honor. As the court has before it, I believe Mr. Durham has a capias with this court, or maybe it was with Judge Elenise Bryant. At this point, we'd ask for any capiases to be recalled. That he is a resident of Detroit. He has significant family contacts. I'm looking up his investigation report. I'm looking up the sheet from misdemeanor felony defenders on his behalf. Long story short, we're asking for a personal bond with tether, and that he would reappear at all future court dates.
As the defense steps forward, trying to paint a picture of responsibility and stability, you can practically hear the disbelief in the judge's tone. They ask for a personal bond, tether included, as if that request alone isn't already a leap of faith. But the moment the judge digs into his previous behavior, everything collapses. Missed court dates, a history of absconding, a consistent pattern of treating the legal system like optional homework he'd rather not complete. The excuses pour out, each one weaker than the last. Too many dates, too many cards, too much confusion. Yet somehow, he still wants the court to trust him. The judge doesn't flinch. The room becomes silent, waiting for the ruling. And with every second that passes, the reality becomes more obvious. This isn't a man ready for the streets. This is someone orbiting his own universe of bad decisions.
We could address the capias of December 14th, Mr. Durham.
I'm sorry, what did you ask him? I didn't hear the first part of your question.
Address the capias of December 14th of 2022.
Yes, go right ahead.
Mr. Durham, were you aware of that court date?
Yes, and kind of no. They bombarded me with a bunch of court dates, and I kind of might have forgot it because there's so many I got to go to.
Okay,
they sent me about 40 different cards with court dates on. You
essentially made up your court date.
I think so. I got court dates all the way to February, and I think I just missed it out.
Then comes the turning point. The judge, tired of evasions, drives straight to the real issue. Can he be trusted to return? His attorney insists it was an honest mistake, a one-time oversight, a simple slip. But the judge has heard it all before, and the record speaks louder than the defense. He's appeared on Zoom, yes. He's joined from jail tablets, yes. But responsibility isn't about showing up occasionally. It's about showing up every single time. And this man, surrounded by more court dates than most people see in a lifetime, isn't exactly a model of reliability. Despite the chaos he's created, the defense asks for leniency, even a reduction. Yet the judge refuses to bend. The bond stands. The stakes remain. And the message is crystal clear. You don't get rewarded for making your own life complicated.
Okay. Would you reappear at all future court dates, Mr. Durham?
Yes, I reappeared. I appeared before. I was on Zoom. I was on a tether. I came to court.
Okay. Your Honor, we believe that this was just a mistake, a one-time mistake. As the court can see in the register of action, Mr. Durham had appeared at previous court dates, but as he stated, because of the number of court dates, this one fell through the cracks. But he would reappear at all future court dates. These are non-assaultive crimes. We're asking for a personal bond, reinstate the bond with tether. Would the court consider any reduction at all? I don't know if Mr. Durham can post any amount of money. Was there a change in your bond before Judge Bryant, Mr. Durham?
So what? I didn't hear you.
Was there a change in your bond before Judge Bryant?
Yeah, it was a $10 bond. That's all it is. They said it's a $10 bond. I'm here to get this bond reduced so I can get out of jail.
And you have employment?
I work for myself.
I can bring a lot to Dumbass and Dumbass. I'm a go-getter. Dumbass material all the way. So, am I your man, Mr. Dumbass?
The name is Dumas.
The judge lays out the next steps, setting a new date and warning him, plainly, directly, unmistakably, show up or face consequences heavier than before. The courtroom tension becomes a weight as the instructions are repeated, carefully and slowly, just to ensure he can't twist the meaning later. The attorney wraps up, knowing this is the best outcome they could possibly squeeze out of this disaster. And just when the dust settles, the first hearing ends, giving everyone a moment to breathe. But that peace doesn't last long, because less than 48 hours later, we're back in the same courtroom, facing the same man, only this time he's even more unpredictable. His outfit is brighter, his energy is stranger, and his determination to derail the hearing is stronger than ever. What happens next isn't just odd, it's a masterclass in self-sabotage.
Okay, so I'm still going to keep it the same, Attorney Taylor Coleman. Because of the cases on both cases, I am going to wait until we get to the probable cause conference on the 25th with the DSU report to determine whether or not I'm inclined to reduce the charge. I need him to show up at court for something, because we're back at the probable cause conference. I want you to listen up very carefully. Your next court date is January 25th. That is a Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you'll be zooming in from the county jail, and you'll have an attorney present to discuss with you any matters reported on the record, okay? So show up for that. Well, you have to show up for that. Then your attorney then can possibly discuss something once we have a DSU report, okay? Attorney Taylor Coleman, anything from defense?
That's it. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you all both have a good one. Okay. Gentleman from the county jail who just sat down about 5 minutes ago, can you state your name for the record, please?
My name?
Yes, your name.
My name is Carlos Lorenzo, and I'm here to represent the person you got on that paper, which is an all capital name, all capital letters. That's a corporation, and I'm not claiming to be him, but I'm here to represent him. All capital name is all.
The judge asks for his name. A simple request, but simplicity ends there. Instead of answering like a normal human being, he launches into a bizarre monologue about corporations, uppercase letters, trade names, and legal fictions. According to him, he's not the person listed on the paperwork. He's merely representing that person, as if the court is holding a meeting with two versions of himself. He claims he's not a US citizen, not bound by the court, not connected to the identity printed on the file. What unfolds is a spectacle of confusion, delusion, and bold defiance. The judge tries to maintain control, but every response he gives drags them deeper into nonsense. And somewhere behind the scenes, His attorney already knows this is going to be a long day, because arguing with a man who doesn't believe he exists doesn't end quickly.
Corporation. I'm not a corporation. I'm not dead. I'm not a fictitious entity. So I'm not claiming to be whoever name you have on that paper, which is probably in all capital letters. That's not my name. It's two names in this court that sound exactly alike, and only one of them is mine. What name is on that paper y'all have over there? Is it in all capital letters? That's not my name. But it's my property. It's my trade name, and I own it. And I need to know if anybody has permission to use it from me. So do we have that understood? I am not a U.S. citizen, and I'm not a citizen of the United States. And that's what I got you. Do you understand that? I'm not him. I'm claiming not to be him.
I just wanted to know who you were. Thank you. I had to check there. Attorney Simon, thank you. Richard, you want to speak to your client in private before we go on the record? Because he's still talking.
Sorry, Judge. Can you repeat that, please?
Do you want to speak to your client in private for a moment? Because he hasn't stopped talking for the last 10 minutes. He's still talking. He doesn't know he's on mute, but he's been talking.
I just saw him Monday at the jail, but okay.
Okay, because I don't think we could have his hearing unless he understands we all can't talk at the same time.
All right, I'll do a breakout.
The judge pauses, trying to give him a lifeline, a chance to talk privately with his attorney. Regroup, reset, maybe regain some sense of reality. But he's still talking, still rambling, still convinced he's unveiling some hidden legal truth that the courts are terrified to acknowledge. The breakout session begins, but even then, the strain on his attorney is visible. You can almost imagine the sigh, the exhaustion, the internal question. How did I end up with this case? When the hearing resumes, the charges are read again, but he isn't listening. His mind is locked onto one idea, rejecting the name on the paper, as if doing so erases the charges entirely. And despite the judge's patience, the chaos only intensifies. It's no longer just defiance. It's a battle against reality itself.
Okay, we're on the record. This is People versus Carlos Lorenzo Durham, case 2259974. Mr. Durham is charged with one count of police officer assaulting, resisting, and obstructing. This is a habitual offender fourth offense notice. Also, case 2258771, People versus Carlos Lorenzo Durham. Mr. Durham is charged with count 1, weapons, firearms, possession by a felon. Count 2, weapons, starting firearm. Count 3, weapons, ammunition, possession by a felon. Count 4, weapons, starting firearm. Count 5, carrying concealed. Count 6, police officer assaulting, resisting, and obstructing. This is a habitual offender fourth offense notice. Today's the day set for a probable cause conference appearances.
Alexander Kirker on behalf of the people, P8628.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jonathan Simon, P35596 for Mr. to both matters.
And Mr. Durham, can you state your name, please?
Objection. I'm not a mister. I just told you that it's two names that sound exactly alike and only one of them is mine. My name has never been spelled in all capital letters, so that is not my name. Whatever name you have on that paper is a corporation and it does not exist. That's not who I am. I'm not.
What is your name?
I'm here to represent him.
What is your name?
My name is Carlos. That's what I go by.
The judge finally attempts to bring order by asking once more for his name. Instead of clarity, they get another objection, another refusal, another attempt to turn the hearing into a debate no one agreed to have. His attorney stands helplessly, watching the case disintegrate in real time. And when he begins accusing the court, the prosecutor, and even the city of conspiring against him, the judge's patience reaches its limit. It's not just disrespect anymore. It's chaos wrapped in confusion. The courtroom atmosphere shifts from annoyance to concern, because at this point, the question isn't whether he's combative. It's whether he's even mentally grounded enough to proceed. No, and that's when the judge makes the call. The hearing needs something bigger than arguments.
My name is not Mr., and I never spelled it in all capital letters. I keep explaining that to y'all, but y'all insist I'm that dead entity on that piece of paper, and I'm not.
What is your last name?
What is your name, ma'am? Can I have your name and your oath of office, please? Yes, ma'am. Or did you take an oath to violate my constitutional rights in conspiracy with the prosecutor and the Detroit police?
Attorney Simon, what I'm getting here is that Mr. Durham is not present.
Objection, I'm not a Mr.
I can enter a capias because that's not Mr. Durham. Or
Judge, maybe we could have a competency referral.
he knows what he's doing.
With a calm but firm tone, the judge orders a competency review. It's no longer about guilt or innocence. It's about determining whether he even understands the basic structure of the world around him. Whether his theatrics are deliberate or the result of a deeper issue. Whether he's playing a role or genuinely believing every fragment of nonsense he spits out. The video ends with the judge moving the case forward, the attorneys preparing for the next phase, and the audience left wondering whether this man is disastrously confident or dangerously disconnected. What began as a simple court appearance has become a surreal performance, one that exposes the unpredictable storm that happens when delusion meets the justice system.